Hi folks, welcome to another Groovy Tuesday, and first of all apologies for the gap in between this session and the last time we spoke. Two reasons for that really. First of all, Shirley and I had the opportunity to visit our daughter in Madrid, who she's working there for a year, so we spent a few days there, which sounds very glamorous, and we did have a good time. But secondly, our ministry has lost a lot of funding in the past number of months, and I've had to spend some of my time on some commercial projects, which has again absorbed some time that I would have ordinarily had to kind of spend writing and doing stuff. So that's not a sob story, it's just explaining my delay for the past couple of weeks. So this week I've got a song idea which I'd like to spend a bit of time on, kind of layering and building a song up. I've basically got a verse idea, and I'd love alternative suggestions for these words, these lyrics, to add to or replace, and then we'll move on at the next stage to put a chorus or perhaps a pre-chorus in place. But let me share the idea with you, and then at the end of this video I'd also like to share the reason why I'm writing this series of songs that are essentially worship songs, but they're not congregational worship songs, and I want to kind of explain the thinking behind writing them this particular way. But in the meantime, here's the idea for this song, When You Walk Into the Room. When you walk into the room, it's like water turns to wine. Like a party in my soul, it gets me every time. When you walk into the room, all the colors come alive. The very atmosphere itself seems to radiate with light. When you walk into the room, so there's the idea that we have so far. Again, as you probably gathered from the concept of just finding images and expressions of joy that come from experiencing His presence, like when He walks in the room. So here's what I'm thinking in the writing of these songs. Increasingly, over the past number of years, I've had increasing number of opportunities to kind of do stuff in the mainstream music, outside of the context of worship in church, outside of the context of normal Christian kind of gatherings. I still do that. I am and always will be a worship leader, but I'm constantly looking for songs that work in that context, songs that essentially are performance songs, but they're infused with a heart of worship. And the idea comes from a comment that a friend of mine made after we'd done a festival in France. And she coined this term called guerrilla worship, kind of like undercover, covert worship, where we perform as a band, we perform as artists, but essentially what we're doing is we're allowing people to experience the goodness of His presence in a worship context, even though they may never articulate it in those terms. And for many folks, when we've done this, we find it's become part of their journey towards God, part of their process of engaging with the one who loves them like no other. Now, it may, in most cases, the case they'll never articulate it in those terms, but it's a conversation opener. It's part of the discipling process, as it were. For if we think back to our own journeys towards God, towards that point where we surrendered and exchanged our lives for His, it probably, if we can remember it all, it probably started with something, a hint of hope, a taste of His goodness. And that's what this project is about. So in this particular song, I'd love to have you suggest lines that follow the phrase, when you walk into the room, da 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 da, in the same pattern that I've illustrated in the song there, and I've copied these lyrics below this video on the blog. So I'm really looking forward to hearing your ideas. Thank you so much for the feedback from the last time. My apologies if I haven't got responding to it all. Again, pressures of time, but I have read it all, and I will be getting in touch real soon. So bless you guys, and look forward to working together. Bye.